Good morning and welcome, Patriot Radio News Hour. I'm Joe Jaquin, CEO of the Patriot Trading Group, and welcome to Thursday. Our toll-free number, 800-951-0592, the website at allamericangold.com, and I hope today finds you well. We got all kinds of things to talk about. We've got the big event tomorrow up at the station in Johnstown, 2 South Parish from 5 to 9 p.m. Movie night. This is the first of many. We're working on the next one already. This one brought to you by Cathay Athens there in Loveland. They're going to be catering the event. Make sure you give them your support. Send them your business. Get a euro and fries and tell them KHNC sent you. But a shout out to them. We've got another event, I think, coming the following week. Then we've got the big event the Saturday, the 20th, up there in Wellington. We're going to have that information up on our website hopefully by tomorrow. So with directions and time and all the things that you want to do. Of course, that's the governor of Colorado trying to help Bill Gates's cause. This is getting creepy, isn't it? Right, Bill Gates buying up all the farmland. Trying to tell everybody cows are bad. And again, we talk about beef. Let's say that's where we get our milk too. I guess milk's no good for you too. Remember the 4 basic food groups they taught us in school? Well, apparently the dairy and the meat section, those are gone now. We're down to just 2. So a lot of great people there in Colorado aren't going to stand for it. We're going to help them get behind it. Those details will be forthcoming. Don't forget the CBD products. I'm going to tell you, more and more people are saying, hey, this really did help me. And check it out. We've got great products, and I've talked about it ad infinitum. Listen, if I'm involved in it, I think it's the best of the best, period. And I know these guys in Colorado, we talked to them for months before we put this all together. We did our homework. This is the best quality CBD. They don't everything done in Colorado. All the hemp plants are grown there. The facilities are there. The labs are, everything's independently lab certified. I mean, you couldn't ask for better. Even the extraction process. We learned this. I didn't know anything about the extraction process, but a couple of our customers asked. Because apparently a lot of these CBD companies use some really nasty stuff to get the extract. These guys don't. And I can't tell you how many awards they've won. The deal that they put together for us, because they believe in our message, it's incredible. Our pricing it's the best. Quite honestly, it's the best for the type of quality we're talking about. The price you're getting, it's untouchable. It really, really is. And now we've added my favorite. The cocoa it's the bomb. I'm just telling you. I know. $40 for cocoa. That's a lot. It's a lot of cocoa. Trust me. And if you like your cocoa, you're gonna love that. We got the 3,000 milligram tincture now, and that's for some of us are bigger than others. Some of us have more pain than others, or whatever. So now we've got the 3,000 milligram. I mean, the 1,000 milligram tincture, which is the best seller. It works for most people. But if you're finding yourself having to take the 1,000 milligram 2-3 times a day, maybe buy the 3,000. Save you a little money. I mean, it's triple the strength, but only double the cost. So it's out there available. We got coffee out there. The salve is awesome. The lotion, same thing. We got the pet tinctures for your older pets. We've got pet shampoo now. check it out, 1360khnc.com. Hit the shopping cart button. And again, all of this helps support the radio station. We did a major repair on the transmitter last night. We were off the air. We knew about it. We were off the air for about an hour, which was longer than what we were hoping for. But things are getting better there. I'm going to be talking to our engineer today, but we think we're really close now. We spent a lot of money getting this thing back where we needed to be. Last night was a big one, and I was just glad the power came back on. So that's a good sign. Things are getting better there, and all those CBD purchases helping that so we can have the best signal possible. And remember, David Knight reached out to us. This is not, we're not talking about his podcast. He wants to do a live show exclusively on 1360. We're excited about it. We got scheduled things we're working out and whatnot. If you want to be a sponsor, you small business owners, David Knight, wildly popular. We had him. He was, the early morning 4 to 7 guy. Remember, he was part of Alex Jones, and then him and Alex had a falling out. But if you'd like to be a sponsor of David Knight, call the radio station 970-587-5003. And we're putting the pieces together. We're hopeful that by the end of the month here, we'll have that in place. When we get back, we got jobless claims. And Jay Powell, I told you, listen, he's going to try to help the bond market today. We'll talk all about it when we get back. 800-951-0592, Patriot Radio News Hour on this Thursday. So Thursday, we got jobless claims today. And again, I don't know where all these guys get all their intel. But jobless claims rose, but I guess it was better than what they thought it was going to be. I'm not sure why. 750,000 people signing up for jobless claims. And again, not that it matters that much. I mean, it's been a year now of record claims, the continuing claims that are allowable under the normal rules, down to 4.3 million, which that's a positive. But what happens is I've explained it to you, every state, you get about 26 weeks. And then after that, the state's like, yeah, okay, you're done. Okay, you're on your own. And what's been happening is the federal government has been picking up everyone that's falling off. So while we're down to 4.3 million, and of course, the Federal Reserve, the Bureau of Labor Statistics, this is what they use for what's the unemployment number. So based on this number, the unemployment rate's probably around 6% and falling, maybe even a little less, maybe in the 5s. But when you add up everybody that's on the extended unemployment benefits, still over 18 million. So this is why next week you're going to see the Senate vote on the 1.9 trillion, and this is going to be their impetus. This is all you're going to hear. You're not going to hear about all the extra crap that's in this bill. You're just going to hear we need to pass it because, we got 18 million people, of which 14 million of them are reliant upon getting these checks. And remember, they want to add, right now, everyone gets whatever your state allows, and every state's different. Right here in Arizona, it's too low. Arizona needs to change it. But right now, Arizona, you only get like $240. That's like the maximum. And then the government's throwing an extra $300 on top of it. When they pass this stimulus, they're going to take that $300, make it $400 on top of it. And every, like I said, every state's different. I think some states, New York and California primarily, their number's pretty high. Like you'll be making with the government kick in well over $1,000 a week in those states. Of course, it's more expensive to live there. Yeah, 745,000 was the number this week. That was up from 736,000 the week before. Texas had an increase because of the weather, obviously, but it was only 17,000, so it wasn't like it was a big, like, I'm like, wow, Texas was out of power for, like, I don't know, seemingly like a week. You'd have thought it would have been a lot higher than that. My fear is we're going to get a lot more next week because when the power was out, a lot of people couldn't file, and they're going to. But we'll see what happens. But the unemployment rate, yeah, so they're saying 6.3% is the make-believe number. What it would be at 18 million, boy, geez, a lot higher than that. But that was the number today. Nobody cares. I'll just tell you right now, tomorrow we're going to get the government jobs number. Nobody cares. For Jay Powell, for the Biden administration, they want a very low number. Now, I don't know what it's going to be, right? ADP yesterday, they gave them a low number, right? They only said 100,000 jobs were created. This would be a February number. I know they want a low number to help them justify the pork barrel spending that is this bill. Officially, last night, the United States officially said the federal deficit has surpassed $28 trillion. So, you do some, back of the napkin math, 1.9 trillion. Okay, we're going to have 30 trillion, and it's only March. And remember, the central bank, right, they've got 8 trillion. Jay Powell is going to talk. Now, I don't know if this was planned, but remember I was telling you yesterday, listen, there's a problem in the bond market. We see the frontline problems, right? Which is, hey, what's the 10-year note doing? What's the 5-year note doing? What's the yield? Yesterday, we told you about how there was a problem with England. They had a terrible debt auction. It rolled over here into the United States, into the 5-year yield market. Everybody expecting Operation Twist to make a comeback. Something we don't pay a lot of attention to because it's this convoluted, it's called the repo market. And this is all these banks and securitizations and all this other stuff behind the scenes. Yesterday, the repo market did something it's never done. And what the repo market kind of does is it prices in defaults. Normally, the repo market is about zero. Okay, just to understand things. A negative number is bad. We see negative numbers in the repo market occasionally, go back to the financial crisis, and anytime, they're a little bit worrisome. But it never gets below a -3. And rarely does it ever get there. By and large, it stays pretty close to zero. It's only when short interest really spikes does things get a little hairy. Yesterday, it got to a -4. As far as I know, that's the worst I've seen. Which tells you that unless there's dramatic action by the central bank, interest rates are going to go much higher. And they can't have that. Listen, that can't happen. So Jay Powell's going to be out talking today. I don't know if he's going to just strongly hint that things are coming. They like to do everything at these meetings, right? Because they like to pretend, oh, we got everything under control. It's great. It's kind of like, hey, the house is on fire. Did anyone bother to call the fire department? Oh, well, you know what? We're scheduled to have a call with them a little later. Right? We got a call scheduled. I'm going to be talking to the fire chief, at 3 o'clock. Yeah, but the house on fire now. And this is the thing. Wall Street has turned into, remember how we talked about price discovery? They don't care anymore about that. They're nothing more than a cheerleader. Wall Street only reacts when there's a problem. Think about what happened last week. It fell 1,000 points. And I'm telling you, they were minutes away from being down 4,000. Right? Because the central bank has manipulated everything so significantly, price discovery on Wall Street is impossible. Now, of course, Wall Street's betting, oh, no, Jay Powell's going to save us. And I think that's what they're expecting to happen today. But, again, remember the central bank. How did they not see this coming? This is my problem. The central bank they're reacting to things. Right? If they really knew what was happening, wouldn't they have done something last week? You see what I'm saying? All they're doing is reacting after the fact, right? Instead of, hey, let's stop the fire from happening to begin with. Right? No. Wait, they don't even know there's a fire until the fire alarm went off and the smoke detectors came on. So now they're expecting a big announcement from Jay Powell. So it's going to be one of two things. He's either going to announce they're going to do Operation Twist today, or what I kind of think is he's going to say, hey, listen, we're not going to announce it today, but at the next meeting here in a couple weeks, we're doing it. Right? See what I'm saying? So essentially announcing it. But, there's danger in that. Why wait 2 weeks? It's broken. Right? And, of course, you broke it on purpose. And why wait? But we'll see what happens. They're unsure of exactly what it is that he's going to say. We haven't gotten, they usually like to release some minutes beforehand, a little synopsis. They haven't done that yet. So we're going to have to wait and see. But a quick look at the bond market, 10-year note at 148. Right? So the bond market isn't pricing in Operation Twist as of yet. Remember what Twist really is. All his Twist is they're going to drive up short-term rates and try to buy more longer-dated treasuries to drive down, manipulate down the longer end of the curve. The 5-year, the 7-year, the 10-year, nobody wants to hold. Listen, nobody wants to hold U.S. debt for that long. That's the problem. And let's be clear on it. Nobody wants to hold it for what we want to pay. We just had to admit we got $28 trillion in debt, and everyone's like, well, let's see. Your economy's $20 trillion. You're owning up to $28 trillion, but we know about. Listen, it's not like it's a secret. We know the central bank's got 8. So that's 36. You're going to add another 2 in like a week. Right? So that's $38 trillion. So basically your debt's already double the economy. Yeah, I don't know how long I want to hold it. You think all these guys already know? Why is it? We didn't have the trouble in the 10-year or the 30-year. We had the trouble in the 5-year auction and the 7-year auction. What does that tell you? You don't think all these guys know, hey, 5 years from now, dollar's probably not going to be around. So whatever whatever the digital currency that we're going to, they're going to rewrite these contracts. You know, they like to say the United States has never defaulted on its debt. That's not true. You know, the Treasury contracts go all the way back to the 18 and 1900s. Was written that it was redeemable in dollars or gold. It wasn't until 1971 when Richard Nixon closed the gold window and essentially, right, they defaulted and said, you know, you can no longer take gold. That's what he did. And why was it? Because nobody wanted dollars. All the European banks were like, well, give us our gold back. And now they know. We know. 5 years from now, 7 years from now, yeah, there's going to be a new rule. It won't be redeemable for dollars anymore, right? It's going to be redeemable for some type of Federal Reserve electronic credit. Patriot Radio News Hour, halftime on a Thursday. 800-951-0592. Oh, my Lord. Oh, I have Brittany and Arlene in here in the studios, and I'm doing a lot of yelling, right? My hands are going up. Apparently the issue in Texas like a week ago has everything so messed up. We've got gold that was supposed to go to Colorado, showed up here. We have gold that was supposed to come here, that was supposed to be here 2 days ago, that hasn't even left. And it doesn't even matter. One of the places it was supposed to leave was Florida. To get to here, no. Florida to get to Colorado, no. It's crazy. We're tracking packages everywhere. Just be patient. Well, you know what? I'm sitting there and I'm the post office has been struggling. We all know that. But man, FedEx and UPS, they're having their problems too. So just weird things happening everywhere. It just leaves you right. Makes you a little nervous. I mean, I'm not nervous about the gold and all that. It's not a big deal, right? All we did is reordered more and reshipped more. I mean, it's that part. Everyone's getting their stuff. We'll get it, but it used to be like FedEx, but it absolutely, positively has to be there overnight. Well, we ordered stuff shipped on Monday. And right now, nobody even thinks it's going to show up by tomorrow. So apparently, only overnight when they have it. And anyhow, I did have a question. Zach had emailed us in, a listener from us in South Dakota. Zach, thank you so much for listening. He's a YouTube listener. We're everywhere. We've got YouTube and Twitter. I mean, I don't know how to use any of it, but Ramon does. Ramon, our producer in Phoenix, shout out to him. He's like the best of the best. But was just appreciative of the knowledge and all of those things. One of the, he's a lineman, and he was asking about building a house on a property, but he's nervous about taking out a loan to fund it. But I would tell you right now, I wouldn't be nervous right now. It's something where rates are still low. The problem will be, Zach, as far as I see it, if the bond market doesn't calm down, right? Jay Powell's got to fix this. And I can't believe I'm at this point. I know it's the wrong thing, but we're done anyway, right? We get it. I get it, right? We're just playing out how many years until they change the money. This is what we're doing right now. This is why I say you got to be heavy gold and silver right now. But if he doesn't fix this, the banks are going to tighten standards. Right now, I mean, in any historic terms, I think the 30-year fixed is like 3.3, something like that. I mean, it's back above 3, but I mean, it's still super, super cheap. Now, is the land and the housing overvalued? Yeah, it is. But you know, if you've got it together and you got to live somewhere, and the problem is renting's no cheaper. At least, and I don't know about South Dakota, but here, forget about it. There's nothing here. There's no houses here. There's nothing for rent here. Everything's an apartment or a condo. That's all they're building. They're building them everywhere, and even those are super expensive. I would absolutely take advantage here and do that. If you've got it lined up and they're willing to finance you building a house on your land, I would do it. I would. Now, the problem is, right, lumber's really expensive, copper's really expensive. What it's going to cost you to build it, it's gone way up. But I think that's going to continue. Listen, this isn't going to be a short-lived commodity super cycle. I think inflation is coming, and it's coming big time. So I think it's going to get a lot worse before it gets better. So there's my advice to all of you. I think it's going to get a lot worse before it gets better. So, unless your time horizon is, if you want to wait 5 years, then maybe you could do it for less 5 years from now. But I would tell you to do that. Then he was asking about our CBD products and worried about a drug because he gets drug tested. I want to reiterate to everybody. There is no illegal substances in our CBD. There is no THC whatsoever. None. Matter of fact, I can say that with 100% confidence because I actually see the lab reports. If it's on our website, if it's on the 1360 website, I've seen the lab reports. We don't sell anything without them. All of our products are independently lab certified, so you know exactly what's in it. There is no THC whatsoever in any of these products. If you fail your drug test, it wasn't because you took our CBD. But great question. I thought that was really, really a great question, Zach. And I probably don't talk about it enough when when you're thinking about what should I do next. Just know, I think we're in for a long haul here. I think we're going to see commodity prices rising. How about cars? Let's take about cars. The government just told us today auto loan debt is now the highest on record. And what they're saying is, hey, the price, and it doesn't matter, used, new, and General Motors, they just came out and said, hey, the plants that we had on closure because they can't get enough chips, they got to extend it. Still not enough. So that means there's even less supply out there. They're saying that those taking out loans for a new vehicle borrowed an average of $35,228. That is over $2,000 higher than a year ago. So, you start, think about, okay, $2,000, it was $33,228, right? That's 6% there. That's just on the amount borrowed. Used vehicles, $24,467, also up almost $2,000. Incredible. 800-951-0592, Patriot Radio News Hour. Some David Knight comments coming in. Thank you very much. Yeah, we love David. I'm a big fan. I like David Knight a lot more than Alex Jones, but everyone's got a personal preference, right? And we're really excited about David Knight wanting to come and be exclusive on 1360. Listen, we're building something here. I'm telling you. I've been telling you. You know, this is why, you know, stuff like the CBD products. I had a customer email me, hey, can you sell T-shirts, right? All those things. Yes. We'll put it on the list. We probably need to be doing that as well. But places people can go, you know, one of the things in talking with David is he keeps getting deplatformed. Right? You know, if I say something they don't like, right, that show can't post, and they take it down, and they do this and that. He's looking for somewhere to go where he can speak and use and exercise his free speech, and that's right here at 1360khnc.com. And we're going to make that happen. Like I said, if you guys want to, you know, and obviously David, you know, hey, he's got to feed his family as well. If you guys want to sponsor his program and help him out, call us at the radio station, 970-5875-003. And again, we appreciate all the feedback. There's so many ways to get a hold of it. We got people feedback giving us feedback from YouTube. You can email the radio station contact at 1360khnc.com. You can go to All American Gold, hit our contact. That goes to my email, double J, at allamericangold.com. I mean, so there's you can get a hold of us just about every one of our platforms between Ramon, Ryan, myself, Jason, Brian. We'll get it. And believe me, we read them all. We may not respond to all of them, but we read all of them. And we appreciate it. Keep it coming. And if you have questions, email me. Go to allamericangold.com, hit contact. They all go right to me. Double J, the word double, the letter J. So double J at allamericangold.com. And I'll answer them. I love answering them on the air because if you have that question, this is the way I look at it. There's probably 1,000 other people that have the same question. So Zach loved that question. I think things are going to get more expensive. Housing's going to get more expensive. Vehicle prices are going to get more expensive. Right? Food prices are going to get more expensive. And so when you're thinking about, well, what do I do? Do I wait? No, this is going to be a multi-year cycle. Ultimately ending up in a crash. But if you wait now and then 6 months or a year from now, it's going to be more. I'm telling you, it's going to be more expensive. I'm expecting Jay Powell to be super dovish. I expect him to try to do again like he did. Remember, he just testified like a week ago. Oh, no, inflation, it's fine. Don't worry. Don't look over there. Look at our chart. Look at the way we say there isn't any. Oh, it's here. He knows it. The bond market knows it. And I think he's going to act. How's that? I think he's going to act. I think he's going to step up. I think he's going to do Operation Twist. That's going to buy him, I don't know, till the summer. At the end of the day, they're going to have to admit they don't have enough buyers, period. And that the central bank's going to have to buy more. The monetization of our debt is not stopping. There's no winding down, right? You know, for a little bit. Now, you don't hear him saying it now. But in January, you heard all these Fed idiots, and I call them idiots, because literally, you just barely had to have an IQ higher than room temperature to figure out inflation was here. Talking about, maybe we can scale back bond purchases. They're doing the $120 billion a month. There's not a chance. Man, if they did that, the economy would come to a screeching halt because interest rates would go through the roof. They would. And this is why I'm saying, this is, picture I've got a rubber band in my hand and I'm pulling it. And when you really pull it hard, you can feel the tension in the rubber band, right? This is what the Fed is doing, right? They're pulling these bond yields down, right? They want the yields to go lower. And they got to push harder and harder to keep it there. And eventually it's going to snap. I just don't think it's going to snap yet. So there's my answer. Now, again, anything's possible, right? Jay Powell could be, he could come out and try to repeat what he said a week ago. I think that it's going to cause the bond market to go crazy. It'll be ugly. I don't think he's going to do that. I think he's going to be super dovish. I think he's going to at least strongly tell everybody, hey, in 2 weeks, we're going to make a major announcement and try to fix this bond market because right now, like I said, this 1.5 level, it better not go any higher. It better not go any higher because that's going to cause huge problems, not on our end. And this, it's not, okay, is the mortgage rate going to go up? Yeah. Are you going to, when you go on a car payment, going to get more expensive? Yeah. Credit card payments, they don't care. They already whack the crap out of you anyway. But more in the behind-the-scenes markets, like the repo markets and all these convoluted things that they've created, that's where the trouble will be. So anyway, there you have it. Final segment coming up. Final segment, Patriot Radio News Hour. Just got some bad news out of OPEC. Just hit the tape. Crude oil up $3 a barrel. OPEC saying the production cuts are going to be extended. Oil's up 5% on the news, up over $3 a barrel, 64.34. If OPEC is true to its word, we could see $100 oil by the summer. So be ready. Like I said, this is happening. It's happening everywhere. Jay Powell better fix it. I don't know how it's going to work. But make sure, take advantage. Listen, this little pullback in gold and silver, there's a bunch of computers trading because they don't, they're algos. They don't understand. They just see bond yields rising, so they think, the dollar's strong and everything else. That's not what's happening here. And when they figure it out, there's that rubber band snap that we were talking about. It's going to happen in the gold and the silver markets as well. So be prepared. So the dollar's only 90 and change. It's really not going to go anywhere. And Jay Powell's going to probably try to drive it lower today. So anything could happen today. I don't know what he's going to say. But if I can't imagine him being anything but super, super dovish and telling everybody we're prepared to step into these bond markets. But looks like, listen, higher gas prices. I know California hit $4. We hit $3. OPEC, at least right now, saying, hey, we're not doing anything. And if more states reopen here and all the stimulus that they're going to spend, I hate saying $100 barrel oil. It's possible. So 800-951-0592. The last 2 days, we ran two different specials. A $20 Liberty Gold piece and 4 half-ounce silver coins at $2,075. And then yesterday we ran a $5 gold piece and 1 half-ounce silver coin at $575. We have some of both of those still available. So it's an either-or mix or match. Either way, you're getting super value here. And I think I've said it both shows that this is the best deal this year on both of these products. The getting a $20 gold piece, an ounce of gold, and 2 ounces of silver for $2,075 is, in this environment, it's really good. And then the $5 gold piece, $575 just for the gold pieces. That's the cheapest it's been in a year. But then you get a half ounce of silver to go with it. Even better. So we've got some of both. When you call and talk to Brittany or Arlene, tell them which one you want. You can get some of both. Either way, 800-951-0592 for all you new people, all you new listeners. You need to buy it. Just call up, and all you got to tell is Brittany and Arlene, hey, I want the special. They'll take it from there. Right? No question's a dumb question. Here's the other thing, too. We don't call you. We don't bother. We don't send you things in the mail. We don't email you. We don't do any of that stuff. So feel free to reach out to us. We're happy to answer all of your questions. God bless everybody. We'll see. We'll talk about what Jay Powell said tomorrow. Take care.